What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Grizz, and today we have the continuation of my Carolina Panthers rebuild that I started last night. That for some reason my file got corrupted, so we're picking up from there. But luckily, nothing crazy happened. Had some decent free agency signings. Had a very solid draft, but we didn't do anything. We didn't send a year or anything like that. So we're right here, draft recap. I'm going to show you what we did. So in the first round, we took Ron Northcutt, a wide receiver out of USC, 79 overall. We also took Jose Hyde, a 72 overall defensive tackle. We also took Peter Shepard, a 71 overall corner. Marcus Pruitt, a 69 overall right outside linebacker. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, all four of these guys are hidden depth trade, which is amazing. And we did make a couple free agency signings. I can't 100% remember who we got right off the top of my head because I've slept since then. But let me go ahead and set the lineup, and we'll just pick it up from there. Alright guys, so I do remember some of the moves that we made now that I've kind of looked at the squad a little bit. We picked up Isaiah Likely via trade. I think we traded like a 6th and a 7th round pick because we had a very big abundance of those. So picked up Isaiah Likely to be our tight end for the future. 76 overall star depth trait. Defensively here, we picked up Javon Holland in free agency. And Uche in free agency. And Tuli Tupulatu from the Chargers, picked him up via trade. Another 6th and 7th round pick. Both Isaiah Likely and Tuli were on the trading block, so obviously went through and pulled the trigger on both of those guys. And I'm just curious. I know I don't normally do this. I try to refrain myself from doing this. Okay, he is just a star, so we're not really going to worry about him being moved up. Anything crazy. And then sub linebacker. Okay. How old's one of them? Okay. I'm okay with this so far. And I think this is kind of the team we're going to roll it for year one. So let's get her done. Alright guys, so major improvement here at the end of year number 1. Finished with a 7-10 record. Obviously not good enough to make the playoffs, but quite a bit of improvement. Looking at the stats here, we finished with the 19th offense. I'm not mad about that one bit. And defensively, we were 23rd. Improving, but not great. Bryce Young, 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns to 25 picks. If you can get those picks down, we'll be very pleased there. Rushing-wise, Chuba was 789 and 10. Okay. Receiving-wise, Northcutt with 1,215. Jalen Coker with 893 and 8. Isaiah Likely with 875 and 4. And then Xavier Legette with 807 and 6. Okay, not bad. Defensively here, we had Marcus Pruitt with 9.5 sacks. 5.5 out of Derek Brown. 4 out of Jose Hyde. So, wow. Very pleased to see that. Trevin Wallace with 3.5. 3 out of Tuli. Okay. Pick-wise, we had 4 out of J.C. Horn and Fuller, and then Javon Holland had 3, and then 1 apiece out of Wallace, Richardson, and Smith-Wade. Alright. Very happy to see that. Obviously, MVP race, Bryce Young is not going to be anywhere near that with those amount of picks. Northcutt does come in at number 7 for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, no Panther. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Northcutt gets that, so that's a guaranteed dev trait. Very happy to see that. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Pruitt does lose out to Pat Thomas. Dang, that sucks. Alright, but not a very bad first true season at all. So let's head into the off season, see if we can spend a little money, and just keep climbing. Alright guys, so looking at the roster after the first season, Bryce Young is an old depth trait. That sucks for us. But Northcutt goes up to a Superstar X Factor, which is amazing to see. Jalen Coker actually surpasses Legette overall. Okay, interesting. Obviously, our whole line looks the same. Javon Holland goes up to superstar. I think he was star before. I can't remember completely. Wow, Pruitt jumps all the way up to a 74 overall, so he's going to slide in over DJ Woonen. And then all of our rookies were all stars, which, yeah, not happy about it, but not mad at the same time. So let's go ahead and re-sign some players and see what we can do. Alright guys, first trade of the offseason. I realized that Shaq Thompson's kind of fallen off a little bit. 75 overall, dropped out of normal depth trade. Really don't want to pay him $7 million for next season. And also Jonathan Brooks, sorry. If I was doing a rebuild in real life, obviously you could use him and Chuba and pair them side by side, kind of like the Lions are doing with Montgomery and Gibbs. It's not the case on Madden, so we're going to be sending him and Shaq Thompson over to the Commanders for Sam Ristel, who is a superstar corner, on a cheap deal for at least one more year. So very pleased with that. And now let's just sign some people, spend some money. Alright guys, so a huge first round of free agency. We pick up Odafe Owe, who's going to slide right in our linebacker core, as well as Ivan Pace to replace Shaq Thompson. And we picked up Christian Watson to kind of pair with Northcutt, because it doesn't seem like Leggett is really picking it up. So we'll give Watson maybe a year. If he doesn't do anything, then obviously we're not going to keep him around because we are paying him a pretty penny. So for the 11th pick in the draft, I saw Harry Patton sitting here, number 4 ranked in true value, a defensive tackle, going to pair very nicely with the rookie we drafted last year. Wow, what a pick. Alright, very pleased there. Now we just need a right tackle and probably a defensive end. Here in the 3rd round, we're going to pick up Austin Carr, hidden depth trait center. He is ranked number 80 in true value, but he is at least hidden depth trait, so very pleased to see that. And now we need a right tackle, and we traded our 4th round pick away. Oof. Okay, hopefully there's someone solid left. That's no bueno for sure. Let's see. Right tackle. Okay, there's at least an A3 prospect here. Michael Yarborough. Alright, let me look. Alright guys, so looking at the draft recap here, Harry Patton is a 78. He's going to slide directly in there at defensive tackle. In the 2nd round, I did take a shot at a wide receiver. Daquan Phillips looked really good. He is a solid overall, but not hidden depth trait, so that sucks. Our center is a 71 overall. Very happy with that. I did draft a right tackle. Turned out to be horrible, so I think I will be looking to just try to trade for somebody. But aside from that, the team's not looking too bad. Let me set the lineup, see what I can find right tackle-wise on the market, and we'll take a shot at this next season. So being the season number 2 is a very promising one. We finished with a 9-8 record, which was good enough to make the playoffs, and we'll be taking on the Minnesota Vikings here in round 1. Stat-wise, our offense was 10th in the NFL. Our defense was 16th. Steady improvement on both sides. Bryce Young had a great season. 4,700 yards nearly, 41 tutties to 18 interceptions. Way better. Chuba Hubbard didn't break 1,000 yards, but did have 11 touchdowns. Pretty happy to see that. Receiving wise, Northcutt 1,518, 994 and 7 out of Watson, 980 and 8 out of Isaiah Likely, and then Xavier Leggett with 811 and 4. Super happy to see that. Defensively here, good old Marcus Pruitt with 13 sacks. Derek Brown follows that up with 8. Sean Robinson with 6. 4.5 out of our rookie, Harry Patton. 3 out of Jose Hyde. 3 out of Uche. Okay. Pick-wise, Javon Holland with 4. Sam Bristol with 3. Peter Shepard with 2. And, wow, J.C. Horn didn't have a single one. That sucks. MVP voting, Bryce Young rounds in at number 10. Pretty happy to see that. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Ron Northcutt. If he wasn't already an X Factor, he would definitely be now. And look at that, the trio of the Eagles, and it's not A.J. Brown for 4, 5, and 6 for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, and no Panther. Offensive Rookie of the Year, no Panther. Defensive Rookie of the Year, comes in number 9. Not good, but not bad. But, again, none of that matters. Let's take out the Vikings here. Come on. Come on. We do not. We lose 28-21, so not terrible. But heading to the offseason, beef up the team a little more, and I think we'll be ready. We're seeing some great things here now. Bryce Young finally moves up to star depth trait. Northcutt keeps his X factor, and with his morale boost, he's a 99 overall. Isaiah Likely goes up to superstar. Our center goes all the way up to a 78. He started at a 71, I believe. Very happy to see that. Defensively over here, Javon Holland goes up to X Factor. And that's about all that we had here. Not bad, though. So really, the only thing that is a blatant need on this team is a left end. And possibly a right tackle. I'm okay with what we have there at right tackle, but obviously if we can improve it, I'll 100% do that. Go ahead and accept the option here on Xavier Legette. Let Mike Jackson walk. Same thing with all of these guys. I am fairly confident that we can improve at right tackle, so I'm not worried about re-signing Mays. But how much money do I have to work with? I have about 36 mil. That'd be enough to sign somebody, so let's get it done. Guys, I said we needed a defensive end, and I was looking at free agency, and we were like $40K away from being able to offer Aiden Hutchinson a contract. And so I cut a couple people, some people that don't even play for us, and I restructured, I think, J.C. Horn's contract and Akeem Mwanu. And we were able to afford him, and we still have $8.5 million in cap room. Obviously not going to be able to. There were some studs. I mean, we had Derek Stingley up here. There was Duffy, Hutchinson, and then Petrie. I think no. I think it was just those 3, but still absolutely insane. I obviously don't think we're gonna be able to afford anyone huge here. No, we couldn't even afford a 75 overall, so we're going to have to draft a right tackle. But we signed Aiden Hutchinson. That's crazy. We'll see what happens in the draft. Hopefully we can get a solid right tackle, and then we'll be ready to compete next season. Alright guys, so here at the first round pick, we draft Sean Colbert. Ranked number 32 in true value. He is normal dev trait, which does suck, but not too mad about it. Hopefully he is at least a good overall, and we can use him, and see what else happens. Alright guys, so Sean Colbert is a 74 overall, so he'll be a great addition. We also picked up a left guard. Obviously we're not going to use him, but he is a nice depth piece to have, just in case for the last season someone is not able to be re-signed. And I just let the CPU draft everybody else. They seem to think Bryce Young needs bench, so they went ahead and picked up Carlos Davidson. I might start him. Not really. But not our best draft by any means, but we only really needed one guy, and we got him. So let's set the lineup and get right into it. Alright, so at the end of season number 3, we finished with a 12-5 record, which was good enough to give us a first round bye. Awesome to see. 6th best offense in the league, and defensively 14th. Not bad. Bryce Young with an amazing year, 4,800 yards, 55 touchdowns, and 15 picks. Rushing wise, Chubo 933 and 9. Receiving wise, Northcutt with 1,530 touchdowns. Oh my gosh. Isaiah Likely with 1,309, 965 and 7 out of Legette, 604 and 5 out of Watson, and then Chuba Hubbard does get over 1,000 all-purpose yards and 4 touchdowns. Wow. Defensively, 3 double-digit sacks. Aiden Hutchinson with 12.5, Harry Patton with 12.5, Derek Brown with 10, and then Jose Hyde with 6. Oh my gosh. 7 interceptions out of J.C. Horn, 5 out of Sinristal. Oh my gosh, what a season. Bryce Young comes in at number 3 for MVP. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Northcutt, with Bryce Young coming in at number 8. So Northcutt wins back-to-back Offensive Player of the Years. Defensive Player of the Year, J.C. Horn comes in at number 2. Offensive Rookie of the Year, obviously nobody. Same thing with defensive. Best quarterback in the NFC does go to Bryce Young. Best running back, obviously right on there. Best wide receiver goes to Northcutt. Best O-lineman goes to Damian Lewis. Best D-lineman, Aiden Hutchinson, goes in at number 2. Best linebacker, obviously we don't have anyone crazy, but J.C. Horn does get best defensive back with Sam Bristol coming in at number 4. Okay. Very happy to see that. Very, very happy. That's awesome. All right. Who are we taking on in the divisional round? Ooh, the Detroit Lions. All right. Come on. Let's do it. We win 38-24 as we will be taking on the Arizona Cardinals here in the NFC Championship. And we win, oh my gosh, we won 42-14. Oh my gosh. We're taking on the Indianapolis Colts here in the Super Bowl. My gosh, my words are all over the place. Come on. Let's get a ring. Oh my gosh, we lost by 2. Oh, that hurts. That sucks. Dang it. Alright, well, let's try to run it back. Well, first let's take a look at the roster. About that. Let's take a look at the roster here. Bryce Young does, I hope, go up to Superstar. He does. He goes up to Superstar. Isaiah Likely goes up to Superstar. X Factor, which is awesome. Damian Lewis actually jumps up to Superstar. That's one of the first times I've seen an old lineman jump. That's cool. Heck yeah. Defensively here, Hutchinson, Derek Brown, and Javon Holland are all Superstar X Factors. J.C. Horn and Sinristal are both Superstars. Heck yeah. That is freaking awesome. Alright, well, hopefully I have the money to sign some people. Let's get it done. Alright. Last season, we finished with a 13-4 record, which yet again was good enough to get us a first-round bye. We have the 4th best offense in the league and the 2nd best defense in the league. That's amazing. And I do have a surprise for you guys. Bryce Young, 4,200 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 14 picks. Did regress a little bit on the touchdown side, but still a very solid year. And here's the surprise. Christian McCaffrey was sitting in free agency. Obviously, I have a soft spot for him because he used to be a Panther. So went out and picked him up, and he was very productive for us. 1,300 yards and 14 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Northcutt with 1,312. Likely with 908. We also got Xavier Worthy super cheap in a trade. Super weird, but 908 out of him, and then 604 out of Christian Watson. Defensively, 21 sacks out of Aiden Hutchinson. That is absolutely insane. 3 picks out of Holland, 3 picks out of Trevin Wallace, 3 out of Gio Rice. Okay, so I mean, we regressed quite a bit in terms of, we had an insane season last year, so kind of makes sense. Offensive Player of the Year, McCaffrey comes in at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year does go to Aiden Hutchinson. No surprise there. But, again, nothing matters to me except for making it not only back to the Super Bowl, but winning. So let's get that done. Taking on the Eagles here in the first round. Can we take them out? We do. We win 17-13. Having a rematch here in the championship against the Cardinals. Hopefully we can have the same result as last time. We do. 27-10. Not as much of a blowout, but we did at least win. Heading to the Super Bowl here, and we will be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Do we have what it takes to win a ring? Please tell me we do. And man, this loading screen takes forever. We do. We win 35-32. Let's go. That is another ring for your boy. And let's just take a look at what the roster ended up looking like here. Bryce Young stayed as a superstar. Okay. So no depth chart upgrades here. And no depth chart upgrades on the defensive side. Alright. But, I mean, we won. Who cares? But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button. And stay tuned for future content. See you guys.